Hey folks, welcome to episode 5 of Stationeers. I'm recording this directly after the last one, so I won't be able to put into practice anything I've learnt from the comments, but I just wanted to record one last thing before Christmas, and then we'll pick this up again afterwards. So last time we did the computer and the solar panel thing, which is working okay, but the computer has to be on the whole time. I want to be able to just let it not, I want to sort out the power situation. So what I really want to do now is try to once and for all get the sort of like the big battery thing going on. I've been looking up how to make steel, and you can do it a quick and dirty way according to the Steam guides that are currently out there. It's just a case of finding a lot of oxides and volatiles, which are basically ice, which is stuff that you really ideally have to find in the night time to stop it melting. Another thing I wanted to do, but I'm not 100% sure I can at the moment, is to make a tracking beacon. Now when you start a game, you do actually get a tracking beacon, but for all of us who have been using old saves, you actually have to make it. The requirements, though, say carbon to make you have to make a tool manufacturer first, and then you have to put carbon into it, as well as a few other things, to make the tracking beacon. Coal, of course, is carbon, but coal doesn't actually count as carbon if you try to put it in the machine. And from what I've read, that might actually be a bug. They might actually have to change that at some point or something. I don't think you can actually get carbon. You can only get coal, which is silly, I know, but... So I'm not going to worry about that too much. I might actually try to make us... Hang on, let's actually start switching things on, because these need charging. I'll probably end up leaving this be. Because it's all going to be charging up, the computer's going to switch itself off, because there's not enough power. But, hey-ho! At the moment, the solar panel's pointing in the right direction, but... Oh yeah, it's just gone off. The power is... There's just coal everywhere. Whatever. I actually do want that. Okay, so let's try and make this battery, then let's try and make some steel. Let's try and make a bloody furnace. I'm going to put the... Oh, God. I'm going to put the furnace outside, because apparently you can do that. It's a good idea, otherwise you have to start venting bad gases and stuff. I know we haven't actually got a roof or anything yet, but I want to go through the motions of doing this sort of thing just so, feel like I'm doing the right thing. So I'm just going to bung it out here. I'm really not going to be too clever about it. We need to make sure that we are actually seeing what we're doing. There's a control panel somewhere. I think it might be... Oh no, I've just turned it all sorts of crazy ways. Ah, no, it's all... Nope, no. I think we need it to be... We need the arrows pointing kind of like... Not those arrows. We need the chute pointing downwards. Oh, why do they have to... Why does it even give you the option? Right, it needs to be... There, I had it. It just needs to be upside down now. Like that. Right. There. So you put things in the input, I think, and then it comes out the output, and then there's a couple of other things you have to do, like wait for the pressure to go up and press buttons and all sorts of stuff. But first, we do need a bunch of materials. If we're going to make steel, we need... two kinds of ice, oxide and volatile, and some coal and some iron. Right, that's going to get switched off. Actually, no, I'm going to make the tool. I'm going to make the tool menu thing, and because we will need that at some point. Once they've actually patched it in or whatever, to be able for us to make the tracking beacon, will all be good. What does it actually require? Oh, we need a bit more copper. I think I've been smelting some of that, so that's right there. It's hard to pick up this. We have to go around a bit. Right, bang it in there. And we can be making that. That coal can go in there. So I'll probably put the tool thing there and then wire it up to there. That should be a problem. The main thing is really we need to go mining for volatiles and oxides. Unfortunately, that's ice, so it melts in the daytime. So either we'll have to be quick or do it at night. Doing it at night is probably terrible. A terrible idea. Let's take a battery with us. So we need to go find some ice. We'll do it in the daytime and hope for the best. Hope it doesn't melt. I've got a horrible feeling, actually. This right here is actually volatiles, which is in the worst possible place. Because I'll be mining out underneath my base. But what I'll do is I'll go mine out some ice, which is some white stuff. And then on the way back, we'll grab that, because there's no point in carrying it with us. So I just need the telltale sign of white. And then, once I've done that, there are certain ratios that you need to put in. You put in like 1 ice oxide and 2 ice volatile, and that should keep things burning for quite a while. And then when you put the coal and the iron in to make steel, you just have to put 3 times as much iron in as you do coal, so like a 3-to-1 ratio. That might be it. So let's try and locate our drill. And you've got to wait for pressure to get right and everything. I've never tried this before, so it should be interesting to see if I actually do any good whatsoever. Right. Where is my... Oh, there it is. Right. I think I should probably put that cable somewhere before I go on. There we go. Get the drill out. Switch it on. And ice volatile. Oh, silicon! Oh, poo. Stupid silicon. I think it needs to be bluer. Right, the base is over there. This hasn't loaded yet. It will when I run towards it. I'll keep on finding ice. The ice oxide stuff. I don't think that's... It might be it. The fact that it's all on its own. Is this it? I think it is. Oh no, it's more... Oh, well, stupid-ass silicon. There's some coal here, actually. That's good to know. Please be some. That's more silicon. Why is there suddenly silicon everywhere? God damn it. We need ice. Actually, the sun's going down, which is probably a good thing, actually, because that might actually help us out for once. Alright, come on. Maybe that's some. Maybe that's not silicon. It's not melting here. This looks very silicon-y. Yeah, it's silicon. Oh, this is most annoying. Maybe it's the blue stuff. Ah, that's it. Yep, that's it. It's blue, not white. Well, we only need a little bit of that, so I'm actually going to run back to base now. It looks like it's still surviving. Hasn't melted, evaporated away. So if I run back, I also grab some of the other stuff. I think you have a bit more of a grace period if it's in your belt. If it's out in the open, it will just melt. But if it's in your tool belt or your mining belt or whatever, I think it does survive a bit longer.
Oxygen low.
Oh, oxygen low. Let me just flush my helmet.
Low pressure.
For some reason,
Temperature.
that just seems to work.
Temperature low.
It's happening more and more though. I'm not quite sure why. But anyway, I think we've got probably enough. Go away. Turn that off. Oh, it's all like it's jumping when you actually... Oh, come on. No, there we go. Solar panel has not been moving. I think I switched to... Well, the computer is on. It's just... I think the logic's got stuck. Oh, it's made two! It took so long to do that. We've now made two. Right, hang on. Swap those over. That is the worst thing. Now we've got two bloody tool manufacturers. Never mind. Let's build this. Kind of here-ish, I guess. What a waste of stuff. We can quickly whip up a bit of wiring, I think. We can make our first ever four-way junction. Like that. And a curve. Like that. So now we've made a tool manufacturer, but we can't actually put any coal in there as carbon because it just rejects it, which is rather a nuisance. So I'm not going to have to make the tracking beacon yet. Right. Anyways, let's try. Now we've actually got our stuff. Let's hope that stuff has actually survived. Actually, it's now night time, so the ore should actually be okay. It shouldn't actually be risk of melting. So let's try and grab that. Yeah, look, it's still there. And we only actually need a little bit of it. So, how much do we need? We need 2 ice and... That's mining belt, god damn it. We need to actually exchange things, don't we? Got silicon, we don't want silicon, put that there. So, put that there. That there. Right, so what we only need one... Hang on, let's split the stack a bit. So, where's it gone? Oh, this is so faffy sometimes. Always. Right, come on, let's try and actually do this properly. Split one. There we go, that's more like it. So we need one... Oh, we need 2 volatiles. So we'll have to split the stack again. And then put that there. Then we only need... Oh, no, it's in my hand. Then we need one of these. Right, so that's what we need there. We also need the carbon and the iron. Or the coal and the iron. So we've got 8 of that. So hang on, let's just move these things around a little bit. So we need 24 iron to go along with the 8 coal, because that's the ratio, the 1 coal to 3 iron. So let's take that. Let's split that in half to get 25. And then split off 1. So we've now got 24. And there we have it. We actually have everything we need. So we need to go and start bunging things into the furnace, I think. I think all I have to do is start pouring them in. First of all, because I've never done this before, let's just swap these around. This is such an awkward... Right, that's the input's there. May have actually built this upside down. Right, no, no, that must be pipe. I must have just bung it in for the top then. Oh, here we go, yeah. Oh, come on, get in. And the coal as well. Now, I think after 24 iron, 8 hydrocarbons. Active. Will produce 32 ingots, or 22 grams of ingot steel. So the pressure is 3,000, and the temperature is changing. I think I'll actually do something about this quickly. Go to the, where is it? Here. Open mould. And in theory... Ah! There it is. Perfect. So what's the pressure like at the moment? It's just gradually dropping. 2,400, and the temperature's about half of that. And we made steel because it fell within a certain requirement. We can actually take our steel with us now. If you go to the handheld tablet, switch it on, we can actually see this ingot of steel. There we go, using the furnace. The pressure is anything between that, and the temperature that and that. I can't remember what it said, but... And there it does sort of give you the ratio, iron and carbon, or coal, whatever. But it's just basically like a 3-to-1 thing, so it's not too bad. And yeah, for the you saw the ratios of oxides and volatiles. You just have twice as much volatile as... You really need what we need, and that'll keep it burning for quite a while. Well, not so much quite a while, but it'll allow you to smelt quite a lot in one go. And we actually managed to get 32 bits of steel, which is good. And we're actually going to put that steel to use now, I think. That's all going a bit kind of... Hang on, let's pick that up. Put that in there. Oh, the computer's on again. I'm going to switch the bastard off. It's still not moving. I'm going to have to wrench this in time for the morning. Because unfortunately, until I've got a power supply that keeps on actually letting the computer stay on, this is going to still have to be partially manual. I hope I've actually made this correctly. Might have been that I didn't, but let's just do that. So that's going to point towards the sunrise. Right, so now we're going to try and make this bloody battery, aren't I? Have we got any... We actually will need some power for this. Oh yeah, that can go in there. I think we've actually used up all our coal now. Oh no, there's 8 there. That's good. So, we need to switch this to battery. Actually, you can just use this one. Battery cell large... Ah, it's not powered yet. Oh! The game just bugged out. Ah, yeah, you bloody thing. Well, I tried to get back to where I was, and then I accidentally threw the volatiles and the oxides in at the wrong ratios, and ended up, instead of getting steel, I ended up getting, like, reagents out of it. So I've got 32 reagents, which isn't much good. I'm going to put that in there. At least that's something new that I've created. Reagent mix. It's probably useless. But, So, I got the temperature and the pressure completely wrong there. I got the ratio of the ore and the coal correct. But it's... Oh, I've just dumped it all as well. That's the worst thing. I've dumped all my iron and coal. Pressure's all over the place. Maybe we should just reload. Okay, third time lucky. Right, I've got a space under there. Right, just need to start feeding it in. Like that. And there. quickly does it. Make sure I do it quite quickly. There we go. Huh. God damn it. If it goes into the yellow, you can no longer get it. Right. Okay, so let's bloody well make ourselves a... God, there's stuff all over the place. Let's make ourselves a large battery, if we can. Have we got some power in there? Yes, we have. It should be enough to make ourselves a large battery. So we need copper and steel. I don't think we've got any copper. We've got the steel last. Can bung that in. Now, irritatingly, there's copper in here. I'm not quite sure how you actually... apparently you can actually... There's a lever where you can actually get stuff out of it again. But I haven't actually worked it out. How you actually empty the contents. If you actually deconstruct the thing, and we will leave the copper behind. We might have to smelt a bit. Just a little bit. In fact, let's just literally just put in one. That'll speed things up. There we go. One copper. It was an electroprint, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Switch it on. That can switch off. Switch on. Oh, we need two. Oh. Oh. Right. Oh, don't do that. Right. There. There and there. Come on. Bring that back in there. Finally. This will only make one battery. I was hoping for more, but once I've smelted some more copper, that'll be fine. Finally, we have ourselves, shortly, in about 80% time, we will actually finally have our goddamn thing. This solar panel is just not... Yeah, I keep on switching the computer off because there's not enough power. Whilst we're waiting for the thing to happen, I have to manually do this. Up to 100%. And there we have it. Our first large battery that we've crafted ourselves. And then we can actually put that into there once it's fully charged. Unfortunately, now it's night time, so there's not a huge amount we can do. Although we can do this. We can bung that in there. Our last of the coals. So we can actually put that into there, I guess. That's going to take forever to charge up. It probably won't get all the way. We can turn that off. And we can turn this off. And we're just kind of like waiting for that to charge up now. I'm don't really know what to do about expanding the base. I want to put a lid on it at some point. I want to put some stuff down, like some flooring tiles down there. I also was thinking about it just using kind of like making tunnels, actually. I seem to have got an iron frame just there. Making tunnels, instead of like putting the X stuff in, I could actually make it like nice little tunnels, and that would make it really easy to make walls and stuff. But we don't really need... Excuse me. We don't actually need any corridors just yet, but as we expand the base, we probably will. Just got to try and work out what we're going to do with it. It would be nice to have rooms. As I say, it would be nice to put a lid on it as well. Not quite sure. I could actually make some of it in I don't know. Those stairs are possibly in a bad place. I've been thinking about moving those to over here, but I don't know. I think it's just going to be frames all the way, and then we can just like put on things, nail up a bit of chipboard or whatever to actually seal it all up. And then eventually we'll need to do an airlock, which I want to do a bit more research on before I actually try doing that on camera, for the obvious reason. This is going to take forever, and the coal's already used up. Just going to mither around for a bit. Need to do a little bit of deconstruction. Which tool is this? That one. So this is the empty corridor frame. What I was thinking what I could do, actually I'm going to fall out of the base if I'm not careful, is put a staircase down here, because this staircase is just chaos.
Tower low.
Leads into a pit. I might put some iron frames over there, but what I was thinking of doing is maybe changing the door to over here, and then maybe even like leaving space for an airlock somewhere down the line. That might be a nice little thing to do. So we also probably need to deconstruct this son of a bloody bastard. I think that might be... Well, we actually do, I think, have a spare staircase. There we go. For some reason I made 3 back in the day. Swap those out. So I might have to do a bit of a flying leap. There, much nicer entrance to the base. And then if I do an airlock, it would be kind of like extend along here. But I'll have to make a lot more iron frames. But finally we can get rid of this. This glass door has done nothing for us. I've just left it permanently open. I just like the idea of it. Is there any more iron frames I've got spare? There's literally only 2. Oh, the volatiles are... It must be proper-ass morning now. The volatiles have all melted away. Ah, look! Finally that's starting to... the solar is starting to actually take effect. And we are charging our first replacement big battery. And hopefully that'll just keep power just that little bit better the whole time. Might even be able to leave the computer on now. Unless it's something to do with total output of power. Maybe it doesn't matter how big the battery is. Maybe... I don't know though, because the computer's actually... The power could just come from here, doesn't it? It just might be like if you operate too many simultaneous power things, it's just not providing enough power at once. So no matter how big the battery is, if you're running too many things, it will just not work. So that's something for the future. Anyway, so I'm just going to quickly... Nice simple bit of building here. I'm just literally just going to put a couple of things here, just to make it so that we don't keep on falling in the damn thing. We probably also need... Oh, we're going to do a bit of welding as well. But that in itself will provide us with a safety blanket. Also need to put that tool away. And get out our non-explosive welder for the first time in a while. Good job to fix this bug. And there, that patches that over. Switch it off. Put it away. In fact, now I've done that, I may actually just deconstruct this whole thing. Unfortunately, this battery has run out again. God damn it. This drill, I don't think you can switch this off, but I don't know. Let's just put that away. Oops, wrong thing. And... And charge. Does that make the computer explode? Well, not at the moment. We don't want to deconstruct the computer. Also, well, I'll leave the stairs... No, I'm deconstruct them and all, because these are officially now crap and pointless and stupid. The door is going to go here. Again, it's a completely pointless door, but never mind. I'm not going to power it up just yet. Oh, actually, I will after if I want to open the door, won't I? Yeah. Okay, so let me just pick that up. Pick up some stairs. That can go in here. And then I just need to do the wiring. There. Straightforward. Open that. And then, to be honest, I'm never going to touch it again. I could do with those frames, actually, just because I don't actually have any at the moment. But let me just, I suppose, better make some more. Hello. Hello, lads. Oh, that's how you do it. Ah! I've learned something by accident. Hooray! I'll put that back in there, just in case I'd actually need it. I actually probably will need the iron, won't I? And the silicon as well. That's nice. Huh. So that's how you do that. So I need some iron frames. Which is there. Well, for that, just need to put the iron back in again. And we just set that going. It's going to not produce a huge amount, but at least it'll be enough to do our thing there. Have we got any... We've only got iron walls. Oh, I've got one iron frame there. I do actually need iron sheets as well. Boop. Boop. I think that's enough. Right, so bung this up. Shall I bother putting a wall there? Yeah, I think I will. So, get rid of them. Get our welder out again. Switch it on. And there, we've got basically our entrance is no more. Long live the entrance! That's going to be a lot better. And then I can just spend a bit of time trying to get what will in the future be an airlock, but for now will just be like a nice little entrance hall. Cool, okay, so we will stop here. It's not quite what I wanted to achieve in this episode. I wanted to make that tracking beacon, but I don't think that's possible yet until they sort out the whole sort of carbon requirement for the toolmaker. But we'll see. Cool, so we'll pick this up again probably after Christmas now. So, do subscribe to be notified when the next episode goes live, and I'll see you next time. Switch that off.